What is up, everybody? I don't really think there's any point in watching this part here. It is a cool cutscene, but we don't have to watch it. Tekken 6. We're ready for Jack 6. There's really no story battle. I don't think. Let me see here. I'm kind of screwing up royally, aren't I? There's obviously the 85 and 100. Woo, we got a hell of a record there. Let's see. Characters. Technically, Jack 6 is a new robot. Is there any, like... Yeah, see, there's no... Enjoy the arcade version, but there's no, like, story battle. Hey, but we can view prologues for whatever reason. We can view prologues. Well, let's watch Jack 6's prologue. I don't think it's reading it for us. Jack 5 finished collecting fight data at the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5 and headed back to the G Corporation's laboratories, where Jane used this data in her research to develop more sophisticated combat algorithms. While the G Corporation was at war with the Mishima Zaibatsu, good lord. While the G Corporation was at war with the Mishima Zaibatsu, mass-produced Jack units were deployed around the world. Unconfirmed reports claim that the Mishima Zaibatsu had begun manufacturing a copy of the Jack unit designed for large-scale massacre. Furious that Jack was being imitated, Jane sends in the more sophisticated model, Jack 6, in order to investigate the truth behind the rumors. Yay, that was it. Thank God we didn't have to... Well, I did have to read it, but I didn't have to look it up. So that's something. Okay, so scenario campaign is a lengthy little story type deal, but it's like in the Tekken Force deal type, and I'm just not a big fan of it. Anyways, I'm 70 and 28 with King, though. Get fucked, idiots. I'm not calling you guys idiots. I'm just saying I suck. 3-0 with my boy Jack 6, though. This is my least favorite thing, is the loading times were just absolutely atrocious on here. Like, why couldn't it just shown as CGI? Like, CGI versus CGI here. Jack 6 versus Coma. It's like Jack 6 is pretty much Jack 5. But maybe a little different. Tekken 6 is probably my least favorite entry in the series, which is kind of a shame because it wasn't at the time. I mean, I really liked it and enjoyed it, but it's just I don't know. It's something about it I'm just not a big fan of. Probably the scenario campaign. I would have much preferred a story mode for each character and all that. But I'm a sucker for story mode, so yeah. But it's a gorgeous looking game. It looks gorgeous, and I'll tell you, even if scenario campaign if it had been just like battles against people, instead of like the Tekken Force mode where you're running through like a kind of like a beat 'em up type deal. I just was not a big fan of that. Never was. I didn't like it in Tekken 3, and I didn't like it in Tekken 4, and I sure as hell didn't like it in this as the main story. But all those cutscenes mixed in with like just random battles with other fighters, even fighters that you couldn't unlock and play as, if they were just like the Tekken 4 soldiers, but like you just fought them like a match like this, that would have been perfect. Brian. I want to do a playthrough with Brian too. I love me some Brian Fury. I would say he's a bad dude, but he's a bad cyborg. a promotion? Sumo Momo? One can assume this is Ganryu. Oh, it's Leo. I remember, like, back when this game came out, it was like around the time I first got internet, and I was like just reading up anything I could on it. And I was like, I used to never really do that with games. But anything I could find on this, I was reading. I was reading everything, looking up everything. I was so hyped for this. And I mean, like I said, I loved it when it came out. I wasn't just pissed off at the scenario story mode, and I just would have rather it been something different. But this is like one of the first games I can remember being really, really, really hyped for. Damn it! We're 6-1 with Jack, man. I was going to keep that streak alive. How are we going to lose to Leo? I hit X this time, so we should have a different costume. Also, I hope the microphone still sounds good. Yeah, we're all black now. Look what you've done to us. Turned us into a black heart, Leo. An 87% win percentage with one loss. Look at that pose, man. I don't like that it doesn't tell us who we're fighting. I hate that. Until, like, their pictures decide to pop up. I'd bitch, wouldn't I? I'd bitch and complain about something. Fear the wrath of God again. I didn't fear it in Tekken 5, and I don't fear it now. That was a much better outing against Devil Jin here than it was in Tekken 5. Where's that stupid Nancy robot? I know that's coming up. Lars. Ooh, a ranking match. We can't lose this. Come on. No. Don't lose. All right. 25,000 gold right there. Shit. This is the Nancy robot, right? This isn't Azazel yet. Because fuck fighting Azazel. I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, Nancy MI847J. There's a trophy for getting all the way somewhere without having to use her. I beat this robot a time or two. Yeah. I think I beat it with Paul Phoenix, though. You have to use his Falcon Punch, his Phoenix Punch, or whatever it's called. Yeah, it does astronomical damage to that thing. The King of Iron Fist. So how do we fight Devil Jin, but then we get to the end and we fight Jin? What sense does that even make? That was another thing I didn't like about this, was the arcade battles were like... nobody was wearing their real costume. Everybody always had like one of these made up ones. Like, come on, give me a break. Not to sound like just a fucking, I don't know what. I was bitching about Tekken 5. We're 9-3 with a 75% win percentage. I need to go back to my regular outfit now. They always block that last punch. There we go. Didn't block it that time. Here we go. Now we get to fight Azazel. This part fucking sucks. These big creatures on here should not be allowed. Thank God he kind of takes damage normal. I say as I get wrecked. I'll probably have a losing... This is why I had a losing record on here. Was Azazel. I don't think I would have a losing record without... if he hadn't been on here. He's just so... he's so hard to beat. Come on, I don't have to keep looking at him. Come on. See, we'll do one more. We'll do one more, and if I can't beat him then, I will, I'll just bring you back in whenever I do. I probably won't be 10-5, or 10-6, or 11-6, or 5. It'll probably be much worse. But that's okay, if that happens. I'll be pissed, but it's okay. It'd be even better if I just beat him right here. Fuck! I'll bring you right back. Fucking God, dude. Fuck Azazel. Fuck Tekken 6 for putting him in there. I ended up like 10 and fucking 15 or worse with Jack because of Azazel. And it doesn't even have the courtesy to show us the ending video. We've actually got to go look it up. Fuck that too. Oh well. We'll look it up. We didn't do all that bullshit to not get an ending.
Jack! Where are you? Jack! 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 There you are. Jack?
Looks like P-Jack from the first game. All that for that. Anyways, though, that was Jack 6. We'll move on to Jack 7. Thank you so much for watching.